Alrighty guys, welcome back to another very special episode of Grim Reaper RC, and you guys can see that we have everything out today. We're going to be going over absolutely every single RC car in our collection here, so let's go over everything. This is going to be an insane video. Grab your popcorn, grab your RC cars, start wrenching, start cleaning, do whatever you got to do, because this is going to be a crazy video, so let's get right into it. Alright, coming into the main part of the studio here, we do have the HPI WR8 collection starting off. We have the 2012 edition of Ken Block's HPI WR8, which looks absolutely insane. I love it. I did do some custom stickers on here, but they're exactly in the same exact place as the other ones and the same exact size, so it's nothing really to worry. We have the 2013 HPI WR8, which looks... I'm just such a massive fan of the WR8s especially. That's why I have basically the entire collection. Then we have the 2014 body, which the 2014 body does fit on the 2013, so it's perfect in there, the same exact rims. So that's great. Duplicated over there. Boom, we got the 2015. This is one of my favorites. We're going to go a little bit more in depth with this one. Has a Kill All tire sticker in the back. Looks absolutely insane. Got the GoPro stickers. It's the Galaxy theme. We actually have a Galaxy set up inside of the studio here, so this fits in super perfectly. I love the way this thing looks. We ended up going full-on purple scheme that does kind of match the Galaxy theme here. So it does look blue on camera. I promise you guys this looks purple, and actually the X-Max looked purple on camera, but I promise you guys it is blue. So here we have the purple Tamiya FH16 tow hauler. All of the little spare additional sign-ons are in here. We have the ESC for the lift right here, which is absolutely insane. The actuator works perfectly. We do have a bunch of different parts on here that we ended up putting on the RC four-wheel drive spiked front wheels, which look absolutely insane. You guys can actually see from this angle the Savox servo that we have in there. We have the 35 turn motor just so that it can pull some heavy hauling. We have some lights in here. We painted the interior. It looks super cool. I'd love to add this very soon, a wireless remote winch, so that I can use the winching cables without having to completely spool it up by hand. Then we're going to go over to the side of the shelf here. This is basically just our full-on collection, what we got going on, what you guys are going to be expecting to see in the next upcoming year, which is going to be absolutely insane. So right here we do have the 1/14 scale Tamiya custom dump truck. This one, I custom painted, custom built most of these vehicles unless they are obviously stock. Even though I have actually custom made these vehicles, as in I got pieces to build these cars, I custom painted every single one of these pieces, basically built it from the ground up. Same thing with this one right here. It does have a actuator. It's a little bit different of a setup of an actuator though. You can see that it's actually a Tekin 55 turn brushed motor on the inside of here with a little gear down ratio, and that is what works the little actuator on the back. You can see it all connected through there. Absolute jumble of wires, works perfectly. I'm a huge fan of this thing. I love it. The only thing that kind of does suck is that it's not all-wheel drive, it's only rear-wheel drive, but it's still four-wheel drive. It's not six-wheel drive. In six-wheel drive, you definitely need the little oomph to get it out of the dirt, mud, or anything like that. So this is basically just for street only. But what I do is I use this trailer with it. This is the 1/14 scale RC four-wheel drive big dog trailer. I'm a huge fan of it as well. Has the full-on lights on it. I'm pretty sure there's a switch underneath here somewhere. There's actually the battery dangling. You can see the battery goes in right there. Kind of just sits in, dangles underneath. Not too bad, not too good, but there are lights all the way through it, and I just hang it from my shelf just to make it look better. I also put the skid steer on here. You guys can see the wheel marks from where the skid steer is. I'll get to where the skid steer is in a few minutes. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We have a bunch of different RCs. This is going to be kind of a long video, but it's the last one of the year, so I wanted to make sure it was going to be one that a few of you guys would definitely be interested in. I'm going to go over all of the little knickknacks that I have inside of here too. Basically like this right here. This is a 3D printed porta potty, and on the inside we have Jack Skellington. I'm not sure why his hand is in the toilet right now. I actually did not do that. So we're going to have to investigate what he dropped down there. Hopefully it wasn't the keys to the dump truck, because we do have to move that soon. So let's go over to, what do we have here underneath here? This is such a special build. I don't even want to show you guys. That's how special this thing is. Even though you've seen it multiple times before, I hate taking it out of this little cover that I have here. This is the 1/14 scale Tamiya Optimus Prime, and he just looks absolutely insane. I mean, I don't even have to really get into this one. We have the full build series on it. You guys have seen everything that is Optimus related on this channel, I hope. And if you haven't, go check it out. I mean, take a look at this guy right here. I'll be leaving links in the description box down below to see this video here. It's absolutely insane. This thing took so long to build, and I am so happy with the way it came out. Optimus does have a bunch of different upgrades. He actually has 3 servos. As you can see, the 5th wheel is on a servo. Has the full multifunction control unit, so it has the rattling, the shaking. We have the upgraded motor in here. We have the upgraded Savox servos in here. Optimus is just all around an absolute beast. We have the RC 4-wheel drive Chaos spiked rims just to match. And I am actually using a piece of... This is what is used on the outside of bathrooms when they're being remodeled, so that no moisture gets in between the wall and the insulation behind there's no sheetrock behind showers. So it's basically this stuff and then a little orange board, and then you get your insulation and everything like that, or your sheetrock, depending on how thick this is. This is the stuff for that, so it's actually works perfect as a cover. You can still see what's through it, and it looks super good. Keeps Optimus nice and clean, because if we go over here and do this, you guys can see that everything gets dusty in here, especially because this is basically a little workshop. So everything does get super dirty. And all of the RCs, some of them I use and don't clean and put them up here, especially after they break. So I just throw them up here, like the RC 4-wheel drive Blazer here, which does have some upgrades on it, like the motor, the shocks, everything like that. I think we did do a servo in here as well. We have dock driving. I do have a brand new set on the inside of the bed here. You guys can see of the mirrors, which is going to be perfect so that we can get the new mirror set on, because I broke that last time I drove it. Right here, we do have a Mob audio system. I love these. Super cool scale audio system. My favorite right now, which is the Gas Monkey Garage Bronco with the custom interior, the Joker driving. We do have an S-Dual sound kit in here. King shocks, absolutely all metal and aluminum and brass. Yeah, racing upgrades on here. We do have the chains, just because it is about winter time. Bunch of different RC 4-wheel drive parts on here. This thing is super heavy. That's why I have more posts on this shelf. We also have the SC, no, not the SX6. This is the TRX6, which is Traxxas version of the 6x6, not their 6 scale. They do not have a 6 scale vehicle at the time of this filming yet. It does also have the King shocks. Nice little custom body. We do have Jack Skellington driving over here. He is a much larger figure than the one that is in the 1/14 scale outhouse or porta potty, or John or Lou, depending on where you are in the world. So we do have a bunch of different upgrades on here as well. We do have the winch on this vehicle, winch on this vehicle, and winch on the 4Runner, which the 4Runner is just extremely customized. We do have the soft top on here, the inner roll cage, a Holmes Hobby, I believe it's a 1080 motor, and we do have a Hobbywing 1080 ESC, and I believe I have a 1080 ESC in here with a Tekin 55 turn motor. You can actually see the Tekin 55 turn right there. We also have the light kits in all of these vehicles. We have the Pro Scale light kit in here, which has the reverse system. We have the regular lighting system, RC 4-wheel drive lighting system, and the RC 4-wheel drive Pro lighting system for the 4Runner, which is absolutely awesome. We have a bunch of different upgrades on here. Fender flares. We do have one of the Ghostbusters driving. This is the one with the full scale interior, ARB front bumper. We do have the Wrangler tires with the scale looking Toyota rims and a little basket in the back, which I think looks absolutely awesome. I love that RC. This one is still brand new. I haven't driven it, and I don't know if I ever am, just because of how cool it is. I do use this one. I use that one. You use this vehicle. This is a special vehicle here. I use this one sometimes. You guys have seen me using this one. You've seen me use that one. The WR rates are just too insane to use. They're a little bit too crazy, and because of how limited the bodies are, I can't really be using them. So this is this bottom shelf is basically a collection of the ones that are just for show. Then we have a little fifth wheel here, which is super cool. Love it. I'm a huge fan of these Jeeps or fifth wheel dollies, depending on what you call them, again, in where you are around the world. Little spare tire rack, which I will be using this today. I have some more parts and stuff coming in today. It should be here actually shortly, maybe even while I'm filming this video, and if it does, I might throw it in here. I did get another RC yesterday at the time of the filming, so I'm going to update you guys with what I ended up getting and what you can expect for in the future. Now, if you guys have a little shelf like this and have some spare space underneath it, I suggest hanging your trailers with some I believe this is mini paracord. I think this is the little 1080 or 1010 or 1005 paracord. It's the super thin. It's the thinnest paracord that you can get. Now let's switch to what I have inside of the little closet right here. All right. Starting off with the one that I accidentally just hit. This thing is super rare, super limited edition, that I bet I am probably the only person in the entire world with this RC car right here. This is DJ Medic, the RC Sparks Beast 2. Take a look at that. You guys can see it is signed by DJ Medic, signed in 21 right there. Looks absolutely insane. This thing is such a beast. That's why it is called the Beast. You can actually see the RC Sparks sticker floating around right about, let me move that, right about there. I do also keep this one underneath this the same stuff that I keep Optimus under, just to keep the body good. I want that signature to stay there forever, so I definitely do need to keep this body good. That is why it is all wrapped up and inside of here. And if you take a close look, that is some good old Alberta dirt right there. Stayed on there from the RC Sparks farm. I never fully cleaned it because I wanted to keep that dirt on here. I think it just looks awesome. I haven't even tightened the wheels from when I received it. So definitely super cool. I love this RC. I'm never getting rid of that one. So let's move on to, this is my little project area. These are bodies that I'm working on / would like to work on. I'm pretty sure you guys, as some car people, if you're watching this, can already tell what body this is. This is a Lamborghini Gallardo body. I have a full setup, and I'm going to do a full paint video on this one. I know I usually don't do paint videos. I just show you guys after, but I think I'm going to do a full paint video. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do this one airbrush. Then obviously by the name on the box, this is going to be the Ford Causey Escort Mach 2, which I'm pretty sure you guys can tell that is going to be part of the KB43 Forever build series that it has been going on for a while now. Then you're probably, if you're super into the hobby, you're going to recognize this remote, and you're going to recognize the middle function being the flywheel. So we'll get to what RC that goes to in a few seconds. But first, let's take a look at the LMT. So right here we do have the low seat LMT. This is one of my favorite RC cars. It's just so realistic to the monster trucks with the way that the chassis is set up. It does have a inner roll cage, a inner driver. This thing is basically brand new. I've only used this a few times. I absolutely love it though. It's huge, massive. I love it. It does have the stock 3150 kV motor on the inside of there. You guys can see it's fairly clean. Like I said, I only used it just a couple of times. We do have my DX5 Rugged. This is what I use mostly on all of my vehicles. I love this thing so much. If it has a Spectrum remote other than the Pro Moto, then it is definitely going to be used there. This is actually a backup remote that I keep around if someone else wants to drive. I do have the Arma Felony up here, TRX4M. The Felony does have a custom body. It does have the Scorched RC inner fender wells, has the carbon fiber skirts on the front. side and rear, like I just showed you in the rear right here, and it has it in the front as well. We do have the upgraded wing. Super, super, super cool. I did do the white paint chipped on the tires. We do have an FH16 with some custom upgrades on here. Custom front bumper. Looks absolutely insane. Super nice, super fun. I love these little scale crawlers for the indoors and the super cold weather. The Felony, that thing is it's only useful in certain areas. Right here we do have my custom Liberty walked Ferrari 599 XE underneath the same tarp. This thing is absolutely insane. It is the MST RMX 2.0. It does have a sound system in here, full-on light kit. It has the gyro and everything like that. It's a super, super, super cool RC. I'm running the MST Gold rims on here with the adjustable offset rims and the gold tires, I meant. We also have side exit exhaust. There's just so many cool things about this thing. Super rare, super hard to find. That's why it is underneath this little tarp right here. So that's basically, this is the inside version of the closet that we have for the RC cars. I'll show you guys the outside version of the little closet that we have as well, which does have a few other of my full-on driving RCs. This is kind of just the extra spare storage where I can keep stuff that I'm working on. So I'll show you what else we have. Kaboom! There we go. We have the, what many of you would think is the RC four-wheel drive, but this is actually the XDC RC 1/14 scale. I believe this is the 945. You can actually see in the little corner it is the 945 excavator. I've used this thing a lot. I love it so much. So fun, super cool, all hydraulic. You can also see over here we do have the Leisu Bobcat. This thing is so fun. I use that with the dump truck and the trailer that I was showing you guys previously. Now, we're going to come up over here. We have the first. This is number 1. I'll move all of my stuff over so you're not looking at my Poland Springs water bottle the whole time I'm talking. We have the first Pro Moto. This is up on my little workbench area right here. This is kind of where I do all of my printing for scale stickers and everything. I actually have my little printer sticker over there, printer cord over there. I run it through this way, plug the sticker printer in, work on my computer right here. I have everything set up. I have my monitor set up there so I can see it large. We have the Pro Moto with the I believe it's actually the Supermoto wheels. Yeah, it's the Supermoto wheels. We have some upgrade parts on here. Vitavon upgraded parts. You can see them underneath and everything like that. I do plan on doing some more custom upgrades to this. I did carbon fiber wrap the seat, which you can't even really tell unless I super zoom in, but that's okay. I'm going to be doing some more upgrades to this, different body. I whited out the back where it has his name. I just don't really think that matches, especially because it said Scotty up here and it says Peyton down here. So unless it's Scotty Peyton, I don't even know who that is, so I switched that up. I also have another version of this. I'm going to grab the other one and put it right here as well. Bum-ba-dum, we have 2 of them. This one's brand new, absolutely never used, completely stock. You guys can see this one is fully upgraded with all of the metal and everything right like that. So that's why it is the street version, but we do have 2 of them inside of the shop. See, it says Scott up here. I ended up removing that. I think it just looks so much better, so much cleaner without it. I do love the little DOT sticker though. These are so fun. I love these RCs. They're super, super, super cool. Definitely different. If you don't have one, it's like relearning how to drive an RC car again because they're just so different. I did end up making some elbow pads. I just ended up cutting some gloves. I'll show you guys right now. So this is basically a cut up glove, and I just put it on the elbow of the rider so that when I'm learning how to drive it, I don't rip the jersey. And it's actually working pretty good. You guys can see it's actually gotten a little bit scuffed up already. It's protecting the driver, and that's exactly what I wanted. I'm fine with learning how to drive this thing on the street properly in all of the different modes with the green body. I'm fine with that. I already had to make a little custom sticker back here. This one completely got ripped off. This one's already starting to get ripped off. So they do rip easy. So I definitely would suggest either a custom paint job so that you're only scratching the plastics, or What I suggest is a super thick wrap on the outside so it doesn't destroy anything. I've even got wear and tear on the inside here. So it is definitely something to keep an eye on. This video is extremely long, so I am very sorry about that, but it is the end of the year, so might as well just film a super long video for the last one, and then I can start working on other videos and other things like that for you guys in the future. It's a little dark over here inside this corner of the shop, but I still have the FH16. You guys can see this thing is absolutely massive. We have the Vidavon rims and the upgraded servo. Metal front bumper, I still got to take this thing out. This thing is still brand new. It's been not even used once, so I definitely got to have some fun with this thing soon. I'll make sure to definitely film it because this thing is insane. I have some spare side light pods on it and everything. We still have the X-Max, which you guys saw. We did the full upgrade series too. This thing is still running good. I just recently switched out all of the bearings everywhere. You guys can see that it is a little bit dirty. It's got grass everywhere, but the majority of it is super clean. We also have some of the heavy-duty carbon fiber side guards on here, which look absolutely insane. So I'll definitely be bringing this thing out soon with you guys for a rip. This thing's always going to be inside of the studio. I absolutely love it. Looks like we got a little bit of a leaf or some corrosion on the ESC, but I will definitely deal with that. This thing's so fun, so awesome. Actually, what I do is inside of the shop here, I keep it on little skateboard wheels just so that I can roll this out, because inside of here, I do have more RCs as well. This is just kind of like a spare area that I keep all of my extra RCs. Has my name on it and my number, which is also pretty cool. We did this like the SRT Demon, so it's like it has a Hellcat engine on the inside of here, which is kind of pretty cool. And then obviously the Grim Reaper, our little logo, which I think came out super crisp. Looks absolutely awesome. I love it. So let's show you what else we have. All right, so I'm going to try to get some light going for you guys. I'm going to pull this out of the way. And right here is actually where inside I store some of my extra. We got the low C Super Baja right here. We do have a upgraded servo in this thing. Obviously the custom paint job. It looks absolutely insane with the Ford Raptor on here. Looks super cool. We have the Bad Boy Slash, which we already did a video on previously. We have the Drag Slash, which we haven't done a video on yet. Carbon fiber wing. We have the helicopter, which we just did a video on, and the UDR, which is all set up like Ken blocks. This thing is absolutely insane. Still brand new. Haven't even used it yet. This is the basically brand new area. I have used the helicopter. I've filmed a few videos with it. This thing's awesome. I love it so much. I've used the Drag Slash. I haven't filmed any videos with it. The wheels and tires are perfect on it. I love the setup. I do have some 3D printed parts on here, front bumper and everything like that, side skirts, rear diffuser, and a carbon fiber wing with the aluminum drag rail on the back, which looks absolutely amazing. That's the wheelie bar with the drag rail on the side. Then we have the Bad Boy Slash, which is obviously extremely upgraded. We have a 5600 kV motor on the inside of here. Huge ESC. This thing rips. I'll probably put a short little video clip in of this thing ripping. It's absolutely insane. Alright, so now we're on the spare storage. This is just where I keep all of the RC cars I don't have room for. So we have the wide body Huna Pig. We have the Unicorn V2, which this thing is all set up carbon fiber. I'm probably going to put photos or something like that in here with all of these. We have the Huna Truck, which is all customized and set up. This thing's absolutely insane. I'll put photos in, don't worry, and probably do a voiceover. We have another Huna Pig. We have the WRX carbon fiber, BRZ camo, the Gymkhana 2 STI. We have the camo STI, Ford RS200. We have the Axial Rift. I believe we even have more RC cars over here too, which is just crazy. Alright, so I think I am going to save comparing this body to the Porsche 911. One, just because this body is basically so big that it's going to take up most of the studio, and I'm going to have to reset everything up just so it's a little bit more comfortable for you guys to see and watch and pay attention to, or even copy or wrench on your RCs while you're watching. So again, thank you guys so much for watching Grim Reaper RC today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little something, or even just enjoyed seeing what I have going on in the studio. I'm going to end with some jumps that I did with the Slash 4x4 at the time of this filming. Recently, was a little bit ago, they came out with the Slash Max, which is basically just the Traxxas Max with a shorter LCG, with actually a lower LCG and longer, actually shorter A-arms. So it's more of the Slash body. Now, it is basically the size comparison of the UDR, which people, you know, would a little bit go for the UDR just for its more scale, realism, and how cool absolutely it looks. Everybody already has a Slash 4x4, so hopefully by the time this video gets released, there is a Traxxas X Max Slash. That's what we're all hoping for, so make sure you guys drop that in the comments down below if you want a Traxxas X Max Slash. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification button. That way you guys get notified whenever I upload a really cool or informational video just like this one, or one where we go out bashing and blasting, crawling, mudding, whatever we do. 1/14 scale construction equipment, hoonigan cars, it's just absolutely everything. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to end you with some jumps on the Slash, and I will see you guys in the next episode. So with all of that being said, with the whole collection, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notification button. We have so much going on in the Grim Reaper RC studio. I'm still working on a bunch of different cars. I actually got a few different fender pieces for the Losi Pro Moto, which is going to be absolutely insane. And I think I do have a few more cars coming up that's just going to be absolutely nuts. This was a crazy year for RC cars. I'm still going to be, actually at the time of this filming of the video, editing and uploading even more videos, probably trying to get them out at least 2 or 3 days before the end of the year. So let's see if I can do that. If not, they will be for next year. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that, and even staying along while we do these crazy builds. So with that being said, I will see you guys all next year.